Hello, beautiful loves, beautiful, beautiful souls. I hope everyone is doing so good. I hope you're doing so good. I send love. I send love. My hair is drying right now. I just got done with like clients for the day and immediately took a shower. Not because like nothing against my clients. I love you guys so much, but just me being an oracle or whatever, like just channeling all day, channeling. Um, I just have to. So I know you guys feel that. I know you feel that. That there's been this heavy, dense pressure in the body, in the heart chakra. And I'm not like the only one talking about it or whatever. You guys know me. I come from like a really humble place. I'm not out here trying to be the oracle that has all the codes and knows and know-hows and all the things. I just share from my heart and soul, And right now, there is an energetic, soul resistant band around you, inside you. There's old karmic temptations popping up like whack-a-mole, testing your strength, testing your growth, testing your healing. Is it an ex? Someone that drug you through the mud and broke your heart and was a total piece of shit? We can forgive. But unless people go in and do, either they go through an awakening or they go in and they do an extensive amount of healing, people don't change. People don't change. They don't change. They don't change. They don't change. They just learn to wear new masks and different masks, right? So there's a big like thing of discernment, testing you, And it's not just people. It's situations. It could be like, a situation where, maybe you stop drinking alcohol and, you get invited to a birthday party or something and it's a bunch of like old friends or something and everyone's drinking and, they're like, oh, just have a drink, and you're like, then you feel that resistant band starting to pull to, you know what I mean? So there's a lot of that. This is like, as we move into 2026, this is the year of zero tolerance of any old ways, behaviors, patterns, bullshit, anything that is destructive to you or was destructive to you or has been destructive to you. Yeah. So what that means is obviously the testing is happening because you've obviously leveled up. You've outgrown, you've learned lessons. You're no longer you're no longer the big fish in the small pond. You're now the big fish in a much bigger pond. And God is asking you, are you going to stay in that pond? Are you going to go and find even deeper, more beautiful waters? Or are you going to go back to this pond, this bowl that keeps you small? Another huge thing that is coming up for many of my clients, there are extreme emotions coming through of despair, depression, sadness. Now we know that is not our true nature. That is not who we are as divine, sovereign soul beings, as humans even. That's what we are healing and transmuting and, learning and all that, right? But a lot of people are feeling like the energetic pressures and just like they feel the resistant band, the energetic resistant band that is literally, it is pulling so tight right now. It is testing you so tight right now. Because it's preparing you for the year ahead. And it's like you can't take all this other old stuff and these old ways and these old patterns. Like you can't take this with you. If you do, your life will be chaos. It'll be destructive. You could do it. You have free will. But your life is going to suck. Just to say the least, you know what I mean? Because that means basically you are at the precipice. You are at the point of two different paths. You have two different paths you can take right now. You can take the soul divine destined path of your life that you literally were born here to do, or you can go and you can stay on the same path. Now, staying on the same path mostly is, it feels, it's what you know, it's what you're used to, it's your patterns, it's, people that have been important in your life at some point, and and that's exactly what God and your spirit guides and the angels are like screaming at you to say, like, no, but they're guiding you to your other timeline, but it's like your life can go two ways right now, and it's totally up to you. It's up to us, but it feels heavy. It's not easy for many, especially if you're like in a marriage or a karmic relationship, or you have like karmic exes popping up from your past, like trying to make amends and be all nice and wear that mask. They just changed. They didn't change. They just put on a new mask. Maybe they've gotten a little better, but they haven't changed. The same karma will repeat. It will repeat, because clearly if you go down that route again, the lesson wasn't really learned. So you have to go repeat that and go through all that shit again. And I know most of you are like, hard pass, hell no. We are never going down those paths. I certainly am not. There's been a couple people. There's been a couple people from my past, that have resurfaced recently that I'm so grateful for. But there's also been someone who recently tried to message me, slide into my DMs, try to be all like, no, I see through you. You are so transparent. You know what I mean? So this is a big deal as far as our earthly missions, because it's asking us to choose a matrix karmic loop that we've already done, that already made us miserable. And we know that. It's like that saying, it's like, it's a comfort zone, but it's hell, but it's the hell I know, or it's the devil I know, just like addiction, just like drugs or alcohol or porn or a person, a relationship, addiction to money, gambling, whatever it is, right? This is the moment. This is the moment where you have to be courageous in your life. You have to be braver than you've ever been before. 2026 is going to be, it's the year of the horse. Think of like the wild stallion. Like, everyone's out here talking about like, endurance and strength and like, charging ahead, and yeah, duh. But not everyone's talking about the fact that like horses don't come tame. You have to break them. You have to tame them. They're wild. Yeah, duh, a lot of them are bred for, you know what I mean. So this year, globally, it's going to be wild. It's going to be wild. We haven't seen nothing yet. And we need to be in the places that we're meant to be for this next road ahead. Okay? Like, you guys, the stuff I see, people will combat me. People have their opinions. I don't care. You guys know what I say about like people and their opinions. You know what I mean? My gifts have never been wrong. They've never led me astray. Even the prophetic global events that I've seen, like presidents winning the elections, and all of that stuff, I'm saying because what I'm seeing over the next couple of years is very intense, very intense. And many humans that watch this, or many of you guys who see this video and you're like, what is she talking about? She's crazy. She's delusional. She's one of those woo-woo weirdos. I'm not. I'm an angel here to help you. I'm a messenger of God of the angels. And this is what I do daily for work. And the miracles I've seen and the encounters I've had with spirits and guides and, you know, loved ones on the other side, grandmas coming through. When I'm sitting with a client and I have like, who's like Martha or Mabel or, you know what I mean? It's miraculous. I feel so blessed. But there's also a downside to these gifts. A lot of throat chakra clearing too. Well, I was sick, you know, a couple weeks back, and I'm still clearing, you know. But throat chakra, the throat and the heart, and the solar plexus, but the throat and the heart, you guys right now are getting so cleared and activated. I saw 11:11 on the timer, and I think this gives me like 20 minutes to talk. So if you want to stay with me, then I would love that. And you know, you guys know me. I'm pretty wordy. I can talk. What was I saying about global events and all that? Yeah. I mean, who knows? I could be totally wrong, but I'm pretty sure the President of the United States, president right now, I'm pretty sure he'll be the last president of the United States. That's what I see. I see it very clearly, very clearly. And that is the crumbling of the false demonic matrix. And I'm not saying everyone in political power, like every single one, I'm not saying every single one is, you know, reptilian or demonic or under some kind of infiltration, but it's like, wake up. This world is not what you think it is. It's not what I thought it was. It's not, it's bizarre. It's mind-blowing to know that, you know, that Hollyweird is literally a hub of Satan, that there are satanic whatever's, like, you know, like basically like their form of church, you know, the it's everywhere there. It's infiltrated. It's deeply rooted. When I tune into LA energetically, it is so bad. So like it's like the fourth dimensional levels, or like the, you know, like seeing through the dimension that like people can't see. It's really, really bad. A lot of places, everywhere, you know. But the cities like New York, LA, Chicago, you know, stuff like that, it's really bad. And then of course there's places all over the world. So that is what's being cleared out. Those energies, these demonic forces that have been running the world, literally, you guys, like, people think they know. People think they're so educated and they know. People don't know shit. They don't know. They don't know about the Khazarian Mafia. They don't know about how this stuff goes back 10,000 years, way even before that. You know, we're just witnessing the Roman Empire again, and it's the fall of the Roman Empire. It's done. It's crumbling. And people can say what they want. They're going to freak out. What do you do without a government? What do you do without Big Brother? That's why we're here. Because we're here to lead the way ahead and to guide. And that is why it is so important for us to be in alignment, to be where we're meant to be living where we're supposed to be in the locations we're supposed to be doing the sacred soul healing work or oracle work or, whatever it is. I mean, there's so many different jobs that us light workers have on earth. It's time. The horse also represents extreme bravery. Extreme bravery. You know, in the ancient times when men would ride their horse into battle, the horse did not flinch. The horse did not, the horse carried the man through and often lost its life with the man or with the warriors, you know. We are charging ahead. And this is a spiritual battle. This is a spiritual war. But most people have it wrong. They think it's like, between their Christian God and the devil. It's not that. It's not that. It never has been that. That is false. That is a false deification, I think that's the word, of God's source, and what source really truly is, and what Jesus, who is actually Yeshua, like all these things, right? So most people, most people, they are still functioning off the false matrix. So when they watch videos like this, what I'm talking about, they get so triggered. She's insane. She's this. When really it's like, no, I'm your friend. I'm an angel here to help and guide and tell you the truth so you're prepared. So when it happens, you're not so shell-shocked from it. We are the ones on the spiritual front lines. And that is why we've gone through hell the last 2 years of my life. Like, I'm not saying like my life has been hell, like crazy things happening. And, it's been more like energetic hell, internal healing, going within to my shadows, all my pain, all my suffering, all my betrayals, all my inner wounds and my inner child. Like, it's been a lot. And you guys have been there too. You're the dragon 2024, you're the snake 2025, and now here we are, the year of the horse, charging ahead triumphantly. And I do want to emphasize the word triumphant, because we are. There is zero chance of us losing. We've already won. The light has already won, which is why all this darkness is all of a sudden coming up and being exposed. Like, I mean, we haven't seen nothing, you guys. We haven't seen nothing. Diddy, Epstein, like this is peanuts compared to the truths that are going to be coming out this year in 2026 and moving forward. It's going to rock people's worlds. It's going to rock their worlds. So we are the ones that are anchoring the love and the light and holding it down. And, the angels are like preparing for battle, but it's not, it's just holding our light and our frequency. And so that alignment that you are being pulled to right now, whatever it is, if you're being pulled to certain people, certain places. A lot of light workers, they're moving abroad, they're moving to France or Spain, or there's people moving over here. Like, people are being called to where they're meant to be. For me personally, I know I'm going to be relocating. I don't know where. This last year I was really, really like thinking of like I would love to live in France, and it's always been a dream of mine, and but now I don't know where my soul is taking me. I just trust the process. I know that I will be guided, and I know that I will be, provided for, and that I will always be heavily guarded and protected by my angels because of my sacred work and the gifts that I bring and how I help. And you guys are the same. It has been a rough few days energetically. It's almost 20 minutes, so I'm going to have to go. But, we've got this, mi amores. We've got this. I love you so much. I have to go get ready for dinner. But the bigger the pain, the bigger the purpose. Remember that. It's one of my favorite sayings. One of my favorite absolute sayings. Bigger the pain, the bigger the purpose. So I love you guys. I love you. We're all in this together. You know what I mean? And I'm all about that. So I just honor you. I adore you. And yes, our divine counterparts are coming in because we're meant to be together through this time and through what's to come and anchor our love frequency. So get ready. 2026 is a blessed year, but it's going also to be a very wild year, just like a wild Mustang. I love you.